What is good? What is good, everyone? What is good? Top of the evening. I am your host, Mikey T, the movie star. We are back to discuss some hip hop news tonight. That's right. I am your host, Mikey T, the movie star, and we have some hip hop news to go over tonight. A couple different topics that I want to go over tonight, man. There's a major interview circulating right now with NLE Choppa, and I feel like NLE Choppa more than likely pushed his album back, Me Versus Me, in relation to this major interview that he just did with DJ Akademiks. Because why not have the best promotion for your album? You know what I mean? Why not have the best interview promotion on your album? You know what I mean? When it comes to interviews right now, Akademiks is absolutely killing it. Akademiks is, he's batting, he's knocking everything out of the park. I mean, he just had Pop Hunter on there. There were rumors about how Pop Hunter got on the show. He had Skinny from the Nine, but right now, Akademiks is really just getting all of the, artists who have a story to tell. And it just so happens that NLE Choppa just went through a couple incidents that made his story that much more interesting to tell. His new album, Me Versus Me, is going to get quite a bit of promotion, due to the fact that everyone was thinking he ran into an NBA YoungBoy fan. Everybody was wondering why he, stamped Little Reese, who said that NBA YoungBoy was not on Demon Time. You know what I'm saying? There's a couple different aspects right now that is generating a little bit of interest back into the corner of NLE Choppa. NLE Choppa has got the ball firmly right now. Appreciate everybody in the chat on the tap in. We got Danny Gray in here tonight. He said he's from Chicago. Chicago is in the building tonight. We got Steven Rivera. Appreciate you, bro. Always appreciate you for tapping in. Greetings, Mikey T. Mr. Lonzo is in the building. Salute to you, bro. Major salute to you on the tap in tonight. Go ahead, hit that like button, share this video. We have some shit to go over tonight, man. NLE Choppa doing quite a bit of talking. Jay Prince. Jay Prince actually stepped up and had a few things to say about suspect, the suspects, I should say, in young Dolph's case. Jay Prince stepped up and said something in regard to that. So we're going to read that as well, you guys. Just a couple different things to go over tonight. Apex, salute to you. I appreciate you tapping in tonight. Ply Keiko, North Carolina's in the building. Eric Spencer says, hit that like button. That's right. If you support the channel, hit the like button. G Money, what's up, gang? I appreciate you for tapping in tonight, man. Major salute. Go ahead, hit that like button, share this video. Chris Wignall, Mikey T, the movie star, real hip hop news, real interviews. Salute. I appreciate you tapping in, man. Everybody consistently coming in and joining me on the channel, man. This is where you get the realest news and the realest opinions. You know what I'm saying? G Money in the building. Mikey T, what's up, gang? And Kosovo 87 tapped in, man. I appreciate everybody tapping in. I appreciate everybody tapping in tonight. Go ahead, hit that share on this video, man. We got a lot to uncover, man. I'm hype on tonight's video. I just rolled myself up a little bit of this Collins Ave, Rick Ross's strand. It's going over right now. Ross has a couple different strands, actually. Lemon pepper, which is really good, pink rose, and Collins Ave. I guess it would probably be in that order as well. It'd probably go lemon pepper, Collins Ave, pink rose. Those would be the top joints right there, in my opinion. Let me see. Just give me 1 second to situate everything. Okay, looks like we Danny Gray says, I totally agree with Jay Prince. We need more public figures to speak out. Yeah, Jay Prince always steps in at the right time. You know what I mean? Jay Prince is that guy that always steps in at the right time. We've seen him um we've seen him actually speak out during the situation that happened with Drake and Meek Mill. More so, we saw him speak out in the situation that happened with Drake and Pusha T when the diss battle was just getting out of hand. You know what I'm saying? We saw Kanye West and Jay Prince actually come to the fold on that one and make sure it didn't go any further. There was some personal information was leaked in that battle. I mean, some things that actually changed people's careers forever. Just in my opinion, though. Jay Prince speaking on Young Dolph, and we're going to get into that in just a few minutes. He had a great statement, you guys. Yeah, excuse me, guys. My bad about that. Sometimes you got spammers tap in. But let me light this up. Like I said, I'm blazing on some Collins Ave tonight. Smoking on some Collins Ave, you guys, before we get into tonight's topics. Excuse me, you guys. Just doing a little editing. Bear with me 1 second. Okay. Ooh. Okay, you're still on that honey buns? That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Yo, 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 prayed up. That's right. You know what I'm saying? I'm staying on top of the content without a doubt. Schizo, appreciate you for tapping in. Everybody go ahead and share this video. We're just getting started tonight, giving some people a little time to pour into the room. I'm blazing a little bit of that Collins Ave tonight. Ricky Rose's strand of choice. Well, one of his strands of choice, as I said, he's got lemon pepper as well. Hell yeah, Zaid. Appreciate you for tapping in. He said, Mikey T, New Jerusalem, 6th Borough, the Bricks, 973 in the building. Much respect to Mikey T, bringing the realness always. Always, man. I like to stay in tune with all the people. You know what I'm saying? I'm different than your everyday blogger. I'm different than your everyday hip-hop influencer. You know, I'm a little bit different on my streams. I'll always try to read out the comments and interact with everybody that is tapping in. Charlie Hustle in the building. What up, dope people? Mikey T popping at you. Show up, hit that like button. That's right. Hit that like button now, y'all. Share this video with all your friends. We got some shit to talk about tonight. We got a show for everybody tonight, man. You know, I appreciate y'all tapping in on the live stream, man. I'm just blazing some of this predominantly Indica strand, Collins Ave, man. Robert Walton on the check-in. Major salute. Texas is on the check-in tonight. We have some topics, bro. We have some topics tonight. NLE Choppa talking about telling Lil Durk to fall back from the NBA YoungBoy beef. That's right, you guys. Apparently, NLE Choppa told Lil Durk to fall back from the NBA YoungBoy beef. We're going to analyze that tonight. Also, Jay Prince spoke out on young Dolph. He put up a pretty dope message that I'm going to read on his Instagram. It's great to see more people speaking on young Dolph. You know, Dolph was a incredible MC. You know, he was loved by many. You know what I'm saying? He was loved by many. We saw the way that he took off in the music industry. You know, he really made a who's who of friends in the industry. I mean, in the chat, who were some of the people that you loved seeing Dolph work with? You know, I thought it was dope. He came right onto the scene working with Young Thug. Like, I had actually interviewed Dolph about how he started working with Young Thug, and that was on the Barter Six, actually. Young Dolph had an appearance on Young Thug's album, The Barter Six, that he did with Cash Money and Birdman. It was originally called The Carter Six, but it was recalled. But yeah, we got some things to talk about tonight, you guys. And I appreciate everybody tapping in, man. I appreciate everybody showing consistency with my brand, watching all the content, liking all the content, sharing all the content. Much respect to AR Rap, free the real one since he left Philly. We all know it's been total madness, pure facts. Mr. Lonzo, don't get ahead of us, bro. Don't get ahead of us. Yes. Read the headline. NLE Choppa told Lil Durk to fall back from NBA YoungBoy beef. That's right. When Lil Durk could have went crazy, when Lil Durk could have went, you know, haywire, he actually pulled back. But he had you know, would think Dirk would pull back from beefing with NBA YoungBoy as to not jeopardize his career, jeopardize his relationship with his loved ones. He also had some smart people in the industry. He also had some smart people in the industry, obviously, getting into his ear and telling him certain things. Why many of us probably wouldn't expect that from one of his peers, like an NLE Choppa, but that is not the fact. Choppa said that he actually did get in Dirk's ear after what happened to King Von. We're going to get into all of that tonight, man. Everybody go ahead, share this video, hit that like button, light up, pour yourself a drink, whatever you're doing tonight. We're getting live, man, and we have some topics to speak on. Jay Prince sent out an amazing message to young Dolph, also to the suspect, Straight Dropp. I think a little bit an advisory tale here in the message, a little bit of a caution tale, something that we can all use and you know, look at and be like, yo, we don't got to go out like that, man. We don't got to go out like that. Let's listen to the words of Jay Prince as we have in the past. So Jay Prince said, "This is called throwing your whole life away, your whole life and freedom away. It's also what you call breaking the hearts of the victim's family and friends. The shooters are breaking the hearts of their own family and friends." That statement right there, it couldn't be more accurate. You know what I'm saying? This whole thing, this kid, 23 years old, even the other guy, 32 years old, my age, they threw their life away. They threw their life away and they caused a massive amount of heartbreak, you know, for the victim's family, for the family of who they, you know what I mean? For the family of young Dolph. And but not only that, but for their own family, for the people in their own family that they're now going to be away from forever. If they have kids, if they have a wife, anything like that, if they had nieces, nephews, look what Bobby Shmurda says. His nephew looks at him like he's Santa. That just should tell you the relationship right there if you don't have one of your own, you know? You got young people that look up to you in this world and expect you to walk through that door sometime. And that's not going to be the case for not only young Dolph, but these other two involved. You know, Jay Prince pointing out a major factor right there. He said, I need all the youngsters to understand how dumb these acts of senseless shootings and murders are. Even though you do this thinking you're going to get away, understand 90 something percent don't. That aspect right there, getting away. The world has changed in a major way, since the 70s and the 60s and the 50s, even maybe the 80s. The video technology is just so crazy right now. This day and age is like you going to do something like that, there's a 90% chance that you get caught. Like I had said before, Straight Drop released a music video and on Monday, and Straight Drop was incarcerated on Tuesday. He lied throughout the internet on the weekend, telling that I'm going to turn myself in Monday, and then come Monday, he actually did not. He did not turn himself in. But right now, I'm reading a message from Jay Prince, and it's to everybody, and it's in regard to young Dolph. So for everyone that's just tuning in, I'll give it a start over. But right now, I'm reading a message that Jay Prince posted on his Instagram in regard to young Dolph. Rest in peace, Dolph. This is called throwing your whole life away. This is called throwing your whole life and freedom away. It's also what you call breaking the hearts of the victim's family and friends. The shooters are breaking the hearts of their own family and friends. Now, I need all the youngsters to understand how dumb these acts of senseless shootings and murders are. Even though you do this thinking you're going to get away, understand 90 something percent don't. Even the statistics make you a dumbass. And if you're too heartless to care about your own freedom or life, most of you have parents and kids. So care enough about them to not pull the trigger and throw your life away. You see, Jay Prince is so right. It's not just about you. Just because you want to go out in a blaze of glory, just because you want to go out seemingly on your high horse, or if he can't do it, if I can't do it, he can't do it type shit. You got to realize there's more people that think about more than just that. You are somebody else's number one person. Just because you're not the number one person in the United States, just because you're not number one on Billboard or number whatever charting numbers young Dolph had, just because you're not in that same position, it doesn't mean that there's not a few people out there that don't look at you a certain way. There's not a few people out there who look at you as their number one. And you just threw all that away. You know what I'm saying? And Jay Prince really captured that here with this message. Even saying that, understand that 90 something percent of people don't get away with this after it's done. Straight Drop was arrested, what was it, a few weeks back. So he was really only on the run for about 2 months. He was on the run for about 2 months, maybe a little bit less. You don't get away for that long, situations like this, especially when you're targeting somebody that's high profile, somebody that has a lot of people around him at all times. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you do it right in front of a public area in the middle of the day. You know what I'm saying? But this just shouldn't be condoned in no sense. You see how they're speaking about young Dolph on the news. You see how they're speaking about him. He really achieved so much in helping his community that they're talking about him in a graceful way. And I think that the friends and family and us, the fans, it's I think we can appreciate that, knowing that he took a step further than just being, what Dolph used to be, just that gelato smoking, you know what I mean? Cool ass dude, you know what I'm saying, the middle of his prime of his career, he took a step further to actually help the community and shit like that, to care about more than just himself. Yeah, facts, Zayd. Rest in peace to all those bros, Young Dolph, Slim 400, and Draco the Ruler. But yeah, so I just wanted to read that message from Jay Prince. You know, a very touching message right there. And it's good to see some of the OGs actually speak out in defense. You know, it's really good to see some of the OGs actually speak out in defense of young Dolph's situation. Just like I said a few days ago, you know, just like I said a few days ago in regard to another topic, when you see people, you know, step up and show that they gave a damn about somebody in the industry like that, like Jay Prince just did, you know. So now we got to talk about the major topic. Now we've got to talk about the major topic, y'all. The major topic. Akademiks is back at it again. Akademiks is back at it with another dope ass interview. And I won't lie, I was questioning, why did NLE Choppa push his album back? I was 100% questioning, why would NLE Choppa push his album back? Me versus me. He's got all the speculation going. He's got all the controversy. He's had a ton of records released. Why are they pushing the album back again? He even had a little verses, like not a versus battle, but like a Kanye West 50 Cent album verses with the release dates being on the same day. It's like people that are copping NBA YoungBoys could potentially cop your album, compare and contrast. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I didn't know. I couldn't understand why NLE Choppa would actually push back his album. But then some pictures show up. Some video shows up on Akademiks' page. You know what I'm saying? Some video shows up on Akademiks' page with NLE Choppa. And I just find that to be brilliant. You know what I'm saying? I just find that to be brilliant on NLE Choppa's part. NLE Choppa sees what Akademiks is doing. Akademiks has arguably a stronger platform than when he was even on Everyday Struggle. No disrespect to Complex, but you know, Akademiks pretty much came in and he has the concept. He had, you know, the bread to obviously put together a dope room for the show, and he's got an amazing set. But most importantly, he's got himself. He's got himself. You know what I mean? He's the one who makes the wheels spin. You know what I'm saying? Akademiks is the one that gets the ball rolling. You know, Akademiks is one of the most interesting people in hip hop right now because of what he's doing, bringing in all these talents. Now, NLE Choppa, I was thinking to myself, why would he push his album back? Was he scared of NBA YoungBoy and what was going on? No, he did it for this interview. Now NLE Choppa arguably has more people watching him than ever. He just took all the spotlight. He took the spotlight away from the guy who's on house arrest. Now, Akademiks said that he has been on the phone with NBA YoungBoy. And as I said last night on the podcast, I don't know if y'all missed it, but as I said last night on the podcast, I think NBA YoungBoy better fly Akademiks. I I think he better fly Akademiks' ass out to Utah. As we know, NBA YoungBoy is in Utah at this present time, as he said it like 12 times on one song. I think he needs to fly Akademiks out to Utah and get his own interview going. He needs to get his interview going because NLE Choppa just took the ball and ran with it. He just intercepted the play. Now he's got Me versus Me coming out a week after NBA YoungBoys. All the smoke is going to clear from Colors releasing, and Choppa is going to get his album time. Album free. No other releases, no competition to worry about. I think NLE Choppa really is about to score a touchdown with this album. I think he's going to move some numbers with this album. I'm not saying a crazy ton of records, you know what I mean? But it's going to be more than he would have without the promotion. And that really shows me what Akademiks platform is going to do. He took a project that was relatively dead in the water. He took a project that was relatively dead in the water. No disrespect, NLE Choppa, but I went over the whole rollout of your album the other night on the podcast. You've been releasing records from this album since this time last year. Now, as amazing and cool of a rollout that is, I'm just being real. I'm just being real. Akademiks is breathing life into this project, but NLE Choppa was a great interviewee. He went up there, he came with the game. NLE Choppa did not come to pull back. He didn't draw back in this interview. He wasn't scared to address any topics. He kept it real. He spoke on King Von. He spoke on Lil Durk. He spoke on NBA YoungBoy. NLE Choppa is ready, you guys, just as ready as he was when he was dancing in that video with Birdman. He's not going to back down. He's not going to back down. And before we get into everything, I want to address what NLE Choppa actually said about the incident that happened at the airport outside when they were going to get a vehicle. They were going to get a rental, and I'm not the biggest earphone guy. You know what I'm saying? But I know when you're in your world, you're in your world. Yo, Rashawn Pittman, I appreciate you for subbing to the channel. I appreciate you for subbing to the channel, my dude. If you could, hit that like button, share this video. If anybody is not subscribed to the channel, just subscribe right now, man. I appreciate everybody that subscribes to the channel and the real, man. Appreciate all the support. I go live on a regular basis. Also, I release video interviews, you guys. I release a ton of video interviews. So anybody that wants to tap in with me, man, I appreciate it. Let me see. NLE Choppa's first album that dropped in 2020, Top Shotta, was released on Warner Music. Now, with him getting this interview with Akademiks, you could say it's a Warner Music thing, but honestly, Akademiks just keeps his ear to the street. So, as y'all know, this is the hottest thing going on. People like myself, we can talk about it, but a guy like Akademiks, he has relationships with these dudes. Like he said, he was on the phone with NBA YoungBoy and shit. He was on the phone with NBA YoungBoy, and I'm extremely expecting that there is a new interview and going to be coming out with NBA YoungBoy to follow this shit up, man. And that means to me, homie's just taking his shit all the way to the top. He had Fetty Wap come on. Fetty Wap is going through a whole new crazy situation, but also Fetty Wap is a few years ago type of an artist. Fetty Wap, even on the platform, admitted to the point where he was falling off. But let me get back to the story I wanted to address. NLE Choppa. But all I was saying with that is that Akademiks is really showing that he can get the most premier artists on his show. Will Lil Durk go on Akademiks show? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But let's get into this because NLE Choppa addressed why he was going through it with a fan. Now, he says this fan was not an NBA YoungBoy fan. Everybody share this video. Let's go. Share this video. The king of the bloggers, Mikey T, the movie star. Let's go. NBA YoungBoy says he was walking through the terminal on his way to get a rental car when apparently somebody started screaming his name. He said the young dude actually screamed his name a few times, and he said it had nothing to do with NBA YoungBoy. He said he actually saw this dude who ran up on him in the bathroom. He had noticed him in the bathroom. So when he came up with his phone pointed at him, NLE Choppa was actually thinking that it was a fan actually trying to talk to him. And still, even when the situation escalated, NLE Choppa believed that he was still a fan who just got agitated. never ever saying that it had anything to do with NBA YoungBoy. So unlike Fulio, who had a hell of a story to tell, about confronting, checking, uh, jacking up, attempting to jack up NBA YoungBoy, NLE Choppa said much different. Now, NLE Choppa said much different in this other situation. So let's get into it, you guys. Risk Taker CEO is in the building. Major salute to you. Appreciate you, man. We got to go live tonight to talk about this shit because NLE Choppa pretty much just explained the whole situation about what happened with NBA YoungBoy. You know what I'm saying? Basically, why he spoke up in regard to King Von. You know what I'm saying? Because they had a pretty tight relationship. Big Faxville's in the building. Major salute to you. But everybody's tapping in right now. We're about to get into the major topic, and that major topic being NLE Choppa basically told Lil Durk to fall back. He told Lil Durk to fall back after King Von's passing. Now, I'm not saying that NLE Choppa would be the determining factor in Lil Durk deciding what he's going to do. I'm not sure how tight their relationship is, but I can say just knowing the type of dude that be in the industry, it's kind of considerate the fact that one of your peers in the industry would take the time to tell you that, rather than just let all your emotions explode and NLE Choppa come in, work with you real quick, not even give a damn about what's going on with you. That's why a lot of people don't, you know what I mean? A lot of people don't feel like there's honesty in the music industry. They don't feel like there's trust in the music industry. But NLE Choppa explaining what he had told Lil Durk about, the NBA YoungBoy situation, about it being a cycle, I can say that is honestly some real shit. And we'll get to it in my notes. But I really just want to say that made me really a fan of NLE Choppa right there, just seeing the type of honesty. Because I looked at him like a designer type of rapper. You know what I mean? I looked at him like he's like designer. I looked at him like he was like Bobby Shmurda before Bobby Shmurda came home and was doing all this wild dancing. Like I looked at NLE Choppa like he was a young boy who was just moving at 50 miles a second. You know what I'm saying? I looked at him like he was just moving so fast in his life and shit. But he's actually a very intelligent dude, I can tell after watching this interview with Akademiks. And I got to say, I was very impressed with him. And then even listening to some of his records. I mean, I'm not going to go over and say I like him over NBA YoungBoy, or I'm not going to go put him with Kodak Black or anything right off the bat. You know what I mean? But maybe I'll take a little bit further of a listen and see what happens with it. Yo, Joseph, appreciate you for tapping in, man. Major salute. Tanya, what's going on? Major salute to you. Risk Taker says that NLE Choppa changed his whole image. Yup, he's intelligent. His mom and dad manages him. Yeah, I got that. Yeah, one of my homies, actually Rosewood, was telling me that NLE Choppa's mom manages him and shit. And I was looking up a few things about him online, and that is a publicly known thing, that his mom manages him and shit. So I found that interesting. You know what I mean? I found it interesting that a cat that just blew up like that, like he's keeping all that money in house kind of. We've seen that before though. We've seen that before in the past and shit like that, but normally you don't know who an artist managers and shit like that unless it's like French Montana and Gabi. You know what I mean? Like I knew Lil Durk's manager, rest in peace, Chino, back in the day and shit like that. But realistically, you don't really always know the manager. Like we all knew Treyway Shoddy, Whack 100, but a lot of the times you don't know who the manager is. Elgin, what's popping, man? I appreciate you for tapping in, bro. I appreciate everybody for tapping in. Hit that share button. You can share this video. You can hit the like button. You can like this video. If you want to see more content like this, you can drop a super chat. I appreciate it all, man. I just read a message out from Jay Prince speaking on young Dolph. Y'all know we got love for young Dolph on this channel, man. Y'all know we show love to young Dolph. He was good enough to actually give me 2 interviews in his career. He was good enough to actually let me join him on the stage at one point of his career. So we are going to continuously show love to young Dolph on this channel. And Jay Prince had this to say. He said, "This is called throwing your whole life away and freedom away. It's also what you call breaking the hearts of the victim's family and friends. The shooters are breaking the hearts of their own family and friends. And I need all the youngsters to understand how dumb these acts of senseless shooting and murders are. Even though you do this thinking you're going to get away with it, understand 90 something percent don't. Even the statistics make you a dumbass. And if you're too heartless to care about your own freedom or life, most of you have parents and kids. So care enough about them to not pull the trigger and throw your life away. Hashtag the art and science of respect. Hashtag stop black on black killing." Follow in the footsteps of Jay Prince, man. This guy has done some amazing things in his career that I can honestly say that I respect. Stopping a war between Drake and Meek Mill, stopping what was going on between Drake and Pusha T before it went too far. He's obviously a commander in the hip hop culture. So I really, really respect him saying something about what happened to young Dolph. It proves the significance of Dolph's career. It proves that there will be a long lasting memory of Dolph's career. Thank you, Jay Prince, for this statement, man. It really shows that you truly are one of the pioneers when you speak out like this. Big Fact said Dolph is a genuine dude. Joseph Laundry said, "I smashed the like button." I appreciate everybody who hits that like button, man. I haven't heard from Ab in a little minute. I had gotten a message from a number that said it was Ab. Wasn't really too sure if that was Ab, just to be real with you, because it was a 401 number. Kind of strange to me, but I hit it back like, who is this? And he was like, King Ab. But, so I was like, yo, you're going to have to call me on that one. You're going to have to call me on that one because I know there's probably a lot of people because I'm from Connecticut, the Rhode Island border. So I know there's probably a lot of people that would just make up a 401 number, hit me up. Maybe it's even somebody that knows me and try to pull some shiesty shit. But I don't go for that, you guys. You ain't going to see me coming on here reporting some shit that I don't think is accurately ARAB. So when I do get in contact with him or when he does hit me, I will share news. But guys, that's not really the only thing that I do on my channel. You know what I'm saying? I've been doing interviews since 2009. Some of my first interview was with Freaky Zeke from Dipset. Then I linked up with No from Bird Gang, and then I went and linked up with Bang'em Smurf and Domination and Dice from Feed the Wolves, and then I linked up with 40 Glock. And I just started doing all types of interviews that landed on World Star Hip Hop. So please don't get it twisted about where my career started. I've done interviews with Young Dolph. I've done interviews with Yo Gotti. I've done interviews with Rick Ross and Lil Wayne, Max B, French Montana, Lil Durk even, SD from the 300 Click. I've done interviews with just about anybody you could name. Video footage with DJ Khaled and Ace Hood, and you know what I'm saying? Appreciate you, risk taker. Appreciate everybody tapping in tonight, man. Let's get into the topic, though. Let's get into the topic. We got to talk about NLE Choppa speaking on Lil Durk and NBA YoungBoy. Now, I gotta say, Akademiks is one of the best dudes actually doing interviews right now. Akademiks, Adam 22. I show love to those dudes. I'm gonna be real with you. So let's go. Akademiks was asking NLE Choppa about the post from Little Reese that he stamped when Little Reese, and everybody knows Little Reese, he's an associate of Chief Keef. He actually was signed right around that same time when they all blew up. He had made a post that said that NBA YoungBoy was not on demon time or something along those lines. And NLE Choppa actually stamped it. He actually co-signed the post. So a lot of people were, buying into that like that was NLE Choppa introducing himself into the beef, taking the side of Little Reese. So now it's Little Reese, Lil Durk, NLE Choppa versus NBA YoungBoy. Even throw Chief Keef in there. But I'm not really sure where Chief Keef fits in, you guys, because NBA YoungBoy actually said he texts Chief Keef all the time. So NLE Choppa told Akademiks that King Von is the realest in the industry. And apparently, when he used to go to his house, when he apparently King Von had a house in ATL, and apparently NLE, if he needed some sticks, he would go to King Von. He would go and ask King Von for whatever he needed, apparently. Don't really know why he's airing all this out on the internet. I mean, I guess it's because King Von is passed, but Jesus, man, you're really putting a lot of your dirty information out there. NLE Choppa, you are on Akademiks. You're on the biggest platform in the world. You know what I'm saying? Everybody always wants to say everything they can when they're on Akademiks or DJ Vlad's channel, or if they're on No Jumper, they want to let every little detail out there. But honestly, I think NLE Choppa is just being real. He had Asia there too. NLE Choppa even gave Asian Doll or clout or Asian the Brat, whatever she's going by right now. NLE Choppa let the world know Asian Doll was there. He had a crib in ATL apparently. He had Asian in there. We'd kick it and we'd play 2K because he hated being on house arrest. Now, if we're thinking about timing, this must have been the timing after that incident happened in the parking lot where somebody tried to run up and take Von's chain, allegedly. And I guess he was on house arrest. If anybody has a different account of why he may have been on house arrest at this time, let me know. But NLE Choppa said that he hated on being house arrest. So he wanted to kick it with him just a little extra long. Well, first of all, man, when you go and you kick it and you go and buy some shit off of somebody, you really don't just want to be dipping out of there in the first place. They usually want you to stay there and kick it for a second and make sure everything is chill. They usually don't want you running off right away because they're thinking if you're just going to fall right into a trap. That looks kind of hot. That looks kind of sketchy. But NLE Choppa said it was in something else. NLE Choppa said it was in regard to something else. King Von hated being on house arrest. He legitimately hated being on house arrest, you guys. So NLE Choppa would stay there, kick it with him, play 2K, maybe smoke. I don't know if Von smoked and shit, but he would try to make him feel comfortable more so than just like he was using him and shit. And I actually respect that shit, man. I actually respect that, that he was building a little bit more with Von, and that's why he's actually taking this situation a little bit rough. He said, so I made sure when I hit him, I didn't just get what I was getting and leave. I kicked it with him. NLE brought up what was going on with NLE brought up what was going on with King Von before dropping Crazy Story or right after dropping Crazy Story. So this is one of the reasons that NLE feels such a tight bond to this dude. You know what I mean? He said that that King Von was on tour with Lil Durk and they were in Philly. Shout out to everybody in Philly. He must have seen that shit with anyways, all my people in Philly. So he said that King Von was on tour in Philly with Lil Durk, and they was the first people to bring me out. Let me play my song. I was just blowing up. I'll never forget that. So King Von and Lil Durk actually gave NLE Choppa an opportunity to perform his song in Philly. Just like Lil Durk gave King Von an opportunity to perform Crazy Story when my dude, Big Murda, had Lil Durk come to the performance in Connecticut. Lil Durk gave King Von 4 minutes or 3.5 minutes to perform Crazy Story, and the people went crazy. So they gave NLE Choppa, Lil Durk and King Von gave NLE Choppa that same opportunity in Philly, arguably, not even arguably, a bigger market than Connecticut. They gave NLE Choppa an opportunity to come and perform his song when nobody else was doing that, when he hadn't even blown up yet. So that's why NLE is feeling a little bit of like he's got to defend this dude. Now, NLE gets into the fact that King Von is passed on. He's not here to defend himself. That's why he's speaking up the way he is. And I respect that as well. Nobody else has said that. Nobody else has said that, oh, King Von isn't here to speak for himself. That's why I'm speaking. You know what I'm saying? Some other people, though, like when you're really close, sometimes you're not even going to say that. You like, that's my brother, period. Probably how Lil Durk feels. So, yeah, that was just crazy how he brought up how they actually brought him out to Philly to perform. You know what I'm saying? Like, that just shows me a lot right there. NLE said that he is standing up for King Von because he is not here to speak up for his name. He said in regard to Quando Rondo, he was that. He was that. He chose the one night to think things were going to be fair. He's saying in regard to the situation with Quando Rondo, when King Von approached Quando, he took that opportunity to think things were going to be fair. Now, if that's because of a past relationship that King Von had with Quando Rondo or whatever, or the fact that they knew each other and that's why he was going to handle it with his fist, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is, but there's proof in the video. King Von did not go there with any sort of ill intentions. Like NLE said, he was that. Everybody knows King Von was that. If he wanted to go get extra vicious, he would. But King Von was turning the corner in his life. King Von had made it to a point where he wasn't going to unleash that type of fury no more. He wasn't going to unleash the type of fury that was going to end or jeopardize the rest of his career. Being around loved ones, being around his friends who he had to make sure were taken care of, kids, parents, relatives, anything like that. King Von was on some other shit, and that's why he approached that's why he approached Quando Rondo that day in that type of manner. That's why he approached him using fists in that night. You know what I'm saying? He knew what he was doing. He knew what he was doing, guys. So this is what NLE Choppa said in regard to Little Tim. I never felt the situation was wrong because bro was protecting his brand. Now, I don't know if that's in regard to Tim or Quando Rondo directly, but from what my understanding is right there with Choppa saying, I never felt the situation was wrong because bro was protecting his brand. If you are with one of your associates, like say Black Child was with Ja Rule and that crazy shit was going on with Ja Rule, people are gonna react the way they're gonna react. If you're around the breadwinner, imagine back in the day when they were saying you can't touch 50 Cent. If you touch 50 Cent, one of his bodyguards is gonna put a bullet in you. You know what I'm saying? Like you couldn't even touch 50 Cent. You couldn't even touch these mega stars. You know what I'm saying? You really just couldn't touch them. And a lot of the cats that were coming up, gangsters coming up, they looked at their celebrities, their artists in their group as their meal ticket, and they'd be damned if anybody's going to take that person off their plate, off the block, off this earth. they're going to make sure you don't, because people have died from, various shots to the face, even if it's just with your fists. Now, in regard to King Von, NLE Choppa said, I just feel like bro is not here to protect his name, and I know him. And that's why, and that's exactly why NLE Choppa is feeling the extra ambition to protect his name, to speak out on this. Akademiks said a lot of people in the industry are working with Little Durk. A lot of people are working with Little Durk in the industry. He named various examples, but I think everybody in here knows that Little Durk has the ear of the industry. But he also said that he spoke with NBA YoungBoy. And I found this very interesting because, as you all know, I suggested that Akademiks do an interview with NBA YoungBoy. I think it would be great, but this is before I knew of NLE doing an interview with him. So now it would actually be even better. I think Akademiks must have this up his sleeve. I'm surprised this guy isn't going to sell it on pay-per-view. You know what I'm saying? How can he keep giving all these joints away? I guess it's the Spotify deal that he's got. But I have a feeling that Akademiks is coming with an exclusive interview from NBA YoungBoy in the very near future, you guys. So he said he spoke with NBA YoungBoy, and he asked him about the whole situation with artists working with Little Durk, and I guess if he was taking an issue with some of the artists choosing Durk's side. And he said, if some street shit happened, why are people going to act different and choose sides? So it seems to me that NBA YoungBoy is more interested or more, in tune with the fact that people are turning sides or they're just working with him. But I don't think NBA YoungBoy is going to stop working with the industry with that statement. You know what I mean? If he's going to ask why are people going to act different and choose sides, that sort of says to me that NBA YoungBoy kind of still wants the music industry or the popular artists in the music industry to be interested in working with him. Now, in saying that, you guys, I don't think Young Thug is going to choose a side. I don't think Lil Wayne is going to choose a side. The Migos, they're not going to choose a side in this situation. As long as NBA YoungBoy doesn't force their hand, I don't see the bigger celebrities involved choosing sides. I see them working with both of them as long as the label budget allows, if that's what it takes. But we've seen NBA YoungBoy work with the Migos in the past. So he worked with the biggest artist in the game. He worked with the biggest artist in the game at that point. So I don't think he's going to lose his opportunity. I don't think 21 Savage or Post Malone are going to choose sides in this whole situation. If an opportunity opens up to work with NBA YoungBoy, I think they're going to work with him. I think YoungBoy is reading into this a little bit too much. It's like some 50 Cent type shit. You know what I'm saying? You're going to beef with people just because they're working with somebody that you don't see eye to eye with. 50 Cent lost a ton of money doing that. He lost the game. He ended up losing Young Buck, even though that wasn't really over that. Yeah, shit is crazy, man. So let me see here. So yeah, so NLE said people are bringing the street shit to the industry. So NLE actually respond to that. NLE actually respond to that about NBA YoungBoy asking, about the street shit in the industry, about why the industry artists actually care about the street shit. And NLE said people are bringing the street shit to the industry because they don't have any balance in their life. Now, this next comment that NLE Choppa sort of the next comment NLE Choppa says sort of contradicts actually what he was saying, because he says a lot of people with kids have the most balance because they can go and be with their kids. Now, NBA YoungBoy has kids. You know what I'm saying? But at the beginning of that statement, it said people are bringing the street shit to the industry because they don't have any balance in their life. So it's not necessarily the balance of having a wife and kids that makes you not bring the street shit into the music industry. So I just wanted to point that out there because NBA YoungBoy does have kids. Seems like he does care about his kids, but it also just seems like he wants to keep it real to the core, you know? But it's all about balance in life, though. It's all about having a balance in the life and shit like that. As he's saying, people are bringing the street shit to the industry because they don't have any balance in their life. Huh. Interesting statement from NLE. So NLE said that he barely read the Little Reese tweet. He said that he just knew that that tweet was siding with King Von, so that's why he co-signed it and stamped it. But he said that he didn't really read it or something like that, which I didn't really pretty much understand as well. I'm pretty sure that Little Reese's tweet was like a one sentence tweet, man. It really wasn't all that much to read. And I'm not hating, I'm just, giving my opinion on what I'm hearing. um it wasn't the purpose of it for me to be in some shit. So NLE Choppa is basically saying that he didn't just do this, he didn't just jump involved in this to, be involved in some beef. He said it wasn't the purpose of it for me to be in some shit. It's the simple fact that bro isn't here to protect his name. And I got to agree, it's a little bit too much. It's a little bit too much for my liking with all these damn lyrics in regard to King Von. It's like, move on. Move on. I don't give a shit about Little Tim jumping out of a Jeep. I don't give a damn about you saying these subliminal lyrics to Lil Durk about he can go just like his bro goes. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit is unnecessary. You expect to sell a number one, not a number one record, but maybe that's gonna get you a number one album because you're gonna get a bunch of streams. Spoiler alert, you would have done the streams anyways. People were going crazy to see you out of jail. People were going crazy to see NBA YoungBoy out of jail and release an album. The last one everybody caught from him, he was locked up. Yeah. Sorry, y'all. I just went off on a little rant there. So, Akademiks asked, what is your relationship with YoungBoy? Before saying he clearly took aim at you on his new song. Ak asked him about NBA YoungBoy, calling him out as a fanboy as well. Um, uh, NLE was pretty honest. He said, "I'm gonna be right here, honest. I'm never a hater. I'm gonna keep it real." He kept shit blunt. That used to be all the shit to bump. He's saying NLE Choppa is admitting that he used to bump NBA YoungBoy. And he also said that I never said he wasn't. He was. So NLE Choppa agrees that at one point bumping he was heavily bumping NBA YoungBoy. He's not going to be a hater. He's not going to be a liar. He admitted that he used to bump NBA YoungBoy. That's just not how stuff is now. At this point, now he is not bumping NBA YoungBoy. And if I'm going to take a stab at it, I don't think he's going to start bumping NBA YoungBoy just because he's putting out disses on Lil Durk and King Von. And I'm just being real. I think that's going to turn a lot of the fans off. So I'm very interested to see how many units the new NBA YoungBoy tape sells. But again, you guys, there is a chance that this tape underperforms and then Atlantic and them say it's a tape, it's not an album, it's not our official album. We only have one feature on there from Quando Rondo, and it's on a track called Gangsta. I'm not going to get into that though. I'm not going to get into that right now, you guys, about him putting Quando Rondo on the album on a track called Gangsta. And then Quando Rondo has the audacity on record to shout out Little Tim. You've got to be kidding me, man. You get an opportunity to perform on a track with NBA YoungBoy right now after your career has gone down the shitter, after your career has gone down the tubes, and you get a major opportunity to be on the NBA YoungBoy's album, the only feature, in fact, and you use your 16, you use your 50 seconds, 53 seconds on the track to shout out what happened with Little Tim? Are you nuts? You get an opportunity on NBA YoungBoy's album, you better be doing something that's going to be commercially appealing, something that's going to bring your career back from the dead, not something that's going to make people turn their head about you and say, oh, that's exactly why I don't listen to him in the first place. You just fed into the cliche. You just fed into the cliche, man. That's not creative at all. Hey, Anthony, he said, bro, Quando shit hard, bro, for real. Not his fault what Von did. Anthony, I'm just being real. Quando Rondo's career has taken a downward spiral since what happened with King Von, since he tried to keep doing all of his shows. Yeah, he kept trying to do the shows, and he got shut out. He got shut out. He eventually went back to doing the shows, and 50 people showed up. I'm just being real. I'm just being real. The people acted. Some things can disgust hip hop fans. It's like when your stock goes down. You know what I'm saying? Some stock can plummet. Yeah, Mr. Lonzo, I think he says I believe Quando did that just to respond back to all the trash talking and threats he was receiving from Clubhouse. Yeah, I just thought it was a bad opportunity. Wrong place, wrong time. You know what I mean? How are you going to use your opportunity on NBA YoungBoy's album, potentially a number one album, number two, number three, it's going to be in the top 5 on Billboard, and you use that opportunity to show no growth. You use that opportunity to do something that is going to put a sour taste in the fans' mouth. Nobody wants to hear you rap about Little Tim, bro. Sorry to say, Little Tim ain't blowing up. He ain't. Only Little Tim we know is the little kid from South Park. Isn't that the little Timmy in the wheelchair? Yeah, it's Aaron. Fulio went a little crazy. We're still getting to it, but Fulio went a little crazy in comparison to what NLE Choppa told Lil Durk. Now, we're going to get into it in just a moment, but NLE Choppa told Lil Durk to fall back. Lil Durk, obviously one of the biggest artists of the generation. I got no shame in saying that. I actually watched him come to Florida, make his name in Florida. You know what I'm saying? And he did it all with "This Ain't What You Want." And then he really flourished once he got the deal with Def Jam Records. He had a deal with Def Jam Records. Once he got the single out with Jeremiah, he was off to the races. That first album did about 30,000 units first week. Remember My Name. The second album, Lil Durk 2 Times, wasn't really as successful. After that, Lil Durk went back to his player's book. He went back to the manual. He flipped the script and went back to the street version of Durk, the one that everybody loved. I'm talking about, all the 300 shit. And Durk came back and he made himself into the artist that he is today. That's just what I witnessed from Lil Durk. You know what I'm saying? I saw NBA YoungBoy shit play out too. When he dropped his video on World Star and he put it out there that he was facing the body. You know what I'm saying? That he ultimately went on to beat. NLE Choppa is just a little bit different though. Really all I noticed from NLE Choppa was when he was dancing with Birdman in that one video. And after that, I was like, yo, that kid's a ball of energy. Yeah, French helped a little bit because he Lil Durk had a record called L's. Lil Durk had a record called L's, and French Montana actually jumped on that record. French Montana actually gave Lil Durk the association with Coke Boys, and that was actually the second time I linked with Lil Durk. It was with Durk and rest in peace Chinks. Yeah, that's right. We were actually at the Paranoid remix video shoot with everyone from Jadakiss to Rick Ross to Meek Mill. Everybody was there, and Lil Durk gave me a little interview that day. It was lit, man. Rest in peace to Chinks. Hi C, I disagree, bro. Rondo is getting no credit. Hi C, Rondo is getting absolutely no credit. His career is in the can. You know, uh, he's actually getting no credit in that whole situation, man. So Akademiks asked if he would have a private conversation. He being NLE Choppa would have a private conversation with NBA YoungBoy before saying that he doesn't think Lil Durk and NBA YoungBoy will actually speak. So that's a pretty good conclusion from Akademiks. I don't see Lil Durk and NBA YoungBoy getting together anytime soon. Not in the next few years, unless we have some sort of a peace summit thing like happened with the Game and 50 Cent, where they're, forced to shake hands and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, which would be best, but tension is just high. NLE said there's blood behind that, you know, tension and high, plus there is blood behind the whole situation. Yes, bro. Yes, I came back up. I came up on NBA YoungBoy a while ago, man. And a lot of people doubted NBA YoungBoy. They said, "Oh, he's gonna get thrown in jail." They said that he's gonna be a rap. So it was like that's why he started putting out some material and shit. But his material actually was pretty good. It was actually pretty good. Like some of these guys that put their shit on World Star, it actually takes off. Well, Mr. Alonzo, I was glad that he told his King Von story because it shows us, why he didn't even have to take a side. He was already firmly planted on a side. I think that's why he explained it like that because Academics was asking him, like, if he had to choose a side. And it's not even like he had to choose a side, you know? Philadelphia when Little Dirk and King Von brought him out, even when he would go to Von's crib in Atlanta, him holding him down. These were the altercations and experiences with King Von that NLE Choppa had that made it, simple for him to determine where he was standing in this whole situation. Plus, when people talk shit on the dead, you kind of know where you stand with that. You know what I mean? When some people be talking shit on people who have passed, man, you just know that shit's kind of foul. So but back to the conversation talk. Ack wanted to ask if he would speak to NBA YoungBoy about having respect for Vaughn. So Academics put it in that context. Would you speak to NBA YoungBoy to sort of let him know where you stand with the whole King Von situation because you were so tight. And Elise said, this is like one of my blood relatives. If one of my folks got stepped on, God forbid, and someone didn't have something to do with it, even if it did come from your camp, the influence that bro has is heavy. Fool, all these kids seeing this and they thinking that shit is cool. So listen to that term right there. Listen to that term right there. He said the influence that bro had is heavy. Fool, all these kids seeing this, they thinking that shit is cool. Fool. That is the term that is used. And that is actually a term that is commonly used when referring to somebody, not in a disrespectful manner, Not in a disrespectful manner all the time. Sometimes people just call each other fool. So I really don't think NBA YoungBoy was disrespecting Foolio now that I even hear that. But like I said last night, I do remember a podcaster who is from California who used the term fool. So NLE Choppa's main issue is the influence that NBA YoungBoy has, and now NBA YoungBoy is using that influence to diss King Von, to diss Little Durk, and he's just so impression. He's so all these fans of his are so impressionable by what he does that he's making them think that all this shit is cool. Is pretty much what I think NLE Choppa is saying here. But NLE addressed the issues with Little Durk and NBA YoungBoy, saying we knew it was smoke between them two camps, but Smirkio, aka Durk, was never saying nothing about them people. So right there, NLE Choppa breaks it down that Durk knew it was beef, but Durk was being the bigger man and not dissing. Durk was being the bigger man and not dissing NBA YoungBoy. Now, whether it was Ja Rule 50 Cent top tactics of I'm bigger, I don't need my fan base knowing him and going to buy his record, whether it was some shit like that, or whether Durk was just like I'm at too big of a point in my career to get into a beef. I don't know what it was, but I know for sure that Little Durk was not responding to anything. Anything. I haven't really seen him get into any beefs, even before the passing of King Von, aside from that beef that he had with Tyga, but that was at a totally different point of his career. Axe said, I feel like NBA YoungBoy is making it public. It was street shit, but now it's in music. NLE said, I'm going to tell you this. Little Durk is my witness. After this shit happened with Von and all that, I was the one really in Von's ear. I don't want to be the person in your ear to tell you, let this shit chill. Don't move on. But this cycle we on as black men is a never-ending cycle. So NLE Choppa basically was NLE Choppa was basically, trying to do the right thing, you guys. NLE Choppa was trying to do the right thing, and I respect him for that. He was trying to cool this whole situation down. He was trying to cool this whole situation down that was happening, man, and it's really unfortunate that it's all picking back up. I really don't get why it's all picking back up after King Von's passing, after NBA YoungBoy released a successful album from prison. It's completely evident that he doesn't need to touch on this shit. Maybe it has something more to do. Maybe this has something more to do with Rondo. Maybe this shit has more to do with Quando Rondo actually flopping as an artist. Maybe it has more to do with that if I actually had to put something on it. But I really don't get why this is continuing on. Uh, After a man passes, people usually move on from situations like that. Jennifer says, I respect NLE for that too. It's too much going on already. Fake blogger said Durk was dissing YoungBoy while he was in jail subliminally, the same way YoungBoy was dissing Vaughn subliminally when he was alive. Well, bro, I read some of those lyrics that NBA YoungBoy said about Little Durk, and I don't think anything Little Durk said was as venomous as what NBA YoungBoy said. He like literally was referencing when The dude was referencing when Lil Durk's homeboy got folded up in Atlanta. So unless you can show me some lyrics where Lil Durk was seriously going at NBA YoungBoy, like I'm gonna have to disagree with you, man. NBA YoungBoy really just turned up the heat. You know what I'm saying? He really just turned up the heat. It's like he was waiting to get out of jail to diss O Block on the whole situation that happened. You know, it's like he waited to get out of jail, just fuming to put out diss records, giving his side of what happened. Like, and that doesn't make any sense to me. Like, let me see. Let me see. Lake says, I don't recall Dirk dissing Youngboy when he was in jail. Hold on. I saw a comment. Uh, what's up, Jay Brown? Appreciate you tapping in tonight. Respect to NLE Choppa. Fake blogger says, yeah, the lyrics were darker, I will admit. Yeah, man, just I'd like to see what Dirk allegedly said about NBA YoungBoy because YoungBoy shit is just dark. You know what I mean? But it's like the darker the headline, the better. You know what I mean? The darker the headline, the more likely the click. Nah, risk taker, it's all about streams now too, bro, because the streams equate to the sales, man. So that's what it's all about. Putting up one of those headlines, putting up one of those little parentheses that says Little Dirk diss, King Von diss, you know what I'm saying? And then it matters the name that's attached to it. Like, no, I didn't expect NBA YoungBoy to be addressing all of this in his music. I thought he was going to take the high road. You know what I mean? I thought he was going to realize who he is. But you know what? I guess he wants to realize how much paper he can get off of steam in the situation. Let me see what Lake Show is saying here. I'm trying to make see what he's saying with this comment. He says he act like he did that shit. Like, why are you speaking on me? That's what makes me mad. I'm not really getting your comment, Lake. Can you break that down? Can you break that down a little bit more for me, man? Man, half of these rappers are lame as F Mikey. That logo you got on the back wall is gangsta. You already know, baby. Death Row back in style, baby. Well, risk taker. Here's the thing. Here's the thing, risk taker. You can sell 50 physical CDs. You can sell 50 physical CDs and you can get $250 or whatever. You know what I mean? But you can show 50 people at the gas station your music, how to stream your music from your phone. And then they're going to, if they're a fan, they're potentially going to go and stream your music for the rest of their existence, the rest of their life. Any device that they get on the computer, the tablet, the iPhone, you know what I'm saying? Whatever they get on, they're going to be streaming your material, boosting up your shit. Then the people they go around, if they're an Uber driver, people they're driving, their girlfriend, their girlfriend's friend, they hear you on their shit. Now they're streaming it. Now just multiply that by 50 people and see how many people's lives that's impacting. Fishing pole with my stick, another op got hooked. Mikey T joined Death Row. I got my advance and then I got booked. My car has a car. CD players. Nobody's talking about CD players. Oh, yeah. You see, he's talking about the physical sales. Yeah. That's what's up, Jay. That's what's up, Jay. Let's bring in somebody from Death Row. Who you got? K9? No. You're right. I got a CD player in my car too. but I haven't bought a CD in so long. You know what I mean? The golden age of buying CDs is pretty much over, you guys. The golden age of buying CDs is pretty much over, but I want to open it up. Open questions. We had 2 topics tonight. I want to open it up to open questions. Actually, since there's some people in here, I want to read Jay Prince's statement on Young Dolph once more. Jay Prince spoke out on Young Dolph as well as the suspects involved. We all know Straight Dropp is involved. Jay Prince said, "This is called throwing your life away and freedom away. It's also what you call breaking the hearts of the victims, family, and friends. The shooters are breaking the hearts of their own families and friends. I need all the youngsters to understand how dumb these acts of senseless shootings and murders are. Even though you do this thinking you're going to get away, understand 90 something percent don't. Even the statistics make you a dumbass. And if you're too heartless to care about your own freedom or life, most of you have your parents and kids. So care enough about them to not pull the trigger and throw your life away." This is Jay Prince's message. Jay Prince's very important message to not only what happened to young Dolph, the people out there, these guys, Straight Dropp, the other dude, the Smith dude, threw away their life. They threw away their life. I mean, we're even at the point now where the judges have brought them in and they ask if you have a lawyer. These guys do not have the money. They don't have any type of resource to even get a lawyer worthy of defending themselves in this case. Hence the term throw your life away. That's exactly what they did. They just put themselves inside of a sinking ship. I don't even really think like they know what they were doing. Jay Prince said 90 something percent, 90% of people don't get away with this. These dudes thought they were about to live scot-free. They thought they was about to cruise through to Chicago. No, they was on your ass. You were public enemy number 1 in that situation, Straight Dropp. And then to even rub it in their face, I'm going to turn myself in. I'm going to turn myself in on Monday. Everybody make sure to tune in when I turn myself in and drop my music video instead of turning myself in Monday. Yeah, okay. Good job, Straight Dropp. Good job. Because wherever you release that video from, I bet you they know where you dropped it from. And they was on your ass right away. So you did yourself in. Stupidity. You did yourself in because you knew you had to capitalize on that buzz. If you would have waited a week later, if you would have waited another week to release that music video, whew, I don't know, you probably were thinking, oh, I won't have internet connection. I'm just keeping it real on this situation, you guys. I appreciate Jay Prince and everybody else speaking out on Young Dolph's situation, though. I want to open it up, man. I want to open it up. Open questions. I will be accepting super chat questions as well. Remember, if you send in a super chat, the video will go longer and you can ask whatever question you want. But right now, I will be accepting select questions from our audience. I appreciate everybody tapping in tonight. Let me see. I definitely want everybody on here to follow me on Instagram. I'm going to need everybody to follow me on. I want y'all to follow me on the gram. I will follow y'all back. Follow me. I will follow you back immediately. But right now, we're doing some open questions. Jay Brown says, what's your top 3 albums right now? My top 3 albums right now. My top 3 albums. You want to know my top 3 albums right now. Oh, I guess I would have to go with Dark Low, Borrowed Time. Borrowed Time from Dark Low. Yeah, I'm going all Dark Low. I'm going Dark Low, Borrowed Time. I'm going Dark Low, Charlie Pope. And I'm going Dark Low, Extreme Measures. That's right. Those are my 3 albums right now. Those are my 3 albums from this year. I do want to listen to the new Havoc album with Styles P, though. That's one that I want to listen to. But, I think Havoc did a dope album with Dark Low, and it's called Extreme Measures. Dark Low, really, yeah. He's the guy who had me listening to his albums this year, actually. Yeah, Dark Low. Mr. Lonzo says Jay Prince is definitely the ambassador of hip hop. You should all definitely get his book, Respect. Appreciate those words on Jay Prince, Mr. Lonzo. You know you're always respected in here, my brother. Yeah, Gunna's new album is out. And he's got a record on there called Too Easy, where Roddy Ricch actually shouts out Gilly the Kid. That was pretty sweet. Schizo asked, do you have any, everybody asks your questions. If you have a question for me right now, we're taking open questions. Schizo says, do you have any new artists if you're waiting to drop some new music? Do I have any new artists that I'm waiting on to drop new music? Let me think. Well, like I said, I'm interested in hearing the Me vs. Me album from NLE Choppa now. So I'm gonna go back and look at his 2020 album called Top Shotta, as I was just speaking on that. But a new artist that I am waiting on music for. Let's see. Who am I waiting? I'm waiting on Razor to drop that big project now that he's out of custody. Now that he's out of custody. Who else we got? I want to see what's going on with this group project with who's in the group? It's Lloyd Banks and Vado. Who else is in that group, you guys? We were supposed to do a blog about it, but you were saying new artists. What new artists? Mac and Cheese for sure. I'm definitely hyped to see if Mac and Cheese actually do a new album. It's my guy actually 37 Mac. It's my boy right there, actually. Fake bloggers asking me, why do you think Durk is responding to everything YoungBoy says but ignores what Quando and Tim says? Well, fake bloggers, I don't know. You might have heard me talk about this a few days ago, but it has to do with a level of credibility. You know what I mean? It has to do with the level of credibility. Honestly, I'm shocked that NBA YoungBoy is allowing Little Tim to be referenced on his album with everything going on. But I guess NBA YoungBoy really wants to take that street approach. I guess NBA YoungBoy really wants to take that street credibility approach. But it's obvious with Durk not responding to them, to Quando Rondo, he doesn't want to give Quando Rondo any more clout. He wants Quando Rondo's career to flounder. He wants it to flop. He wants him to go belly up. No more Quando Rondo, and Little Durk would break a smile. I think he's putting on some new artists as well, so he's trying to create a little bit of room in the market, right? Nah, not Vado and Cameron. A new joint with Vado and Lloyd Banks, from what I'm hearing. I can't remember who the third guy was, though. Pee Wee Longway. It would be dope to see Pee Wee Longway drop some new music. I'm not going to lie to you. Pee Wee Longway dropping some new music would be fire, but I don't know if it's going to happen. It doesn't look like he's going to be joining back up with the 1017 clique. Mac and Cheese, $1 million worth of game records. But hold up. We got a 1999 super chat That's right. So you know what that means. This video is going longer. We are going into overtime tonight, baby. Jennifer Strickland says, this is just for being real and being Mikey T, the superstar, which some do call me. Realist of the real with the real content. Keep building up your kingdom. Most definitely. That's what I'm going to be doing for the next few years, the next 10 years. We're going to be doing this forever, though, to be honest with you. As long as hip hop is pouring on, Mikey T, the movie star, is going to be pouring on. Major salute to Jennifer. I really appreciate the 1999 super chat. That is love right there. Everybody show Jennifer some love. I really appreciate her. Let me see. I'm about to light up. We about to light up. Have a sip of Red Bull. Let this show continue just a little bit longer. You know what I'm saying? Everybody hit me with your open questions right now. Mr. Lonzo, we'll have to see about that one tomorrow night. About Mimo 600 signing with Lil Durk. We'll have to talk about that tomorrow. Don't know if that's accurate. We'll see. Because Mimo 600 had literally just said he was not signed to Lil Durk. Yup, that's it. Yup, that's it, Kennard. Dave East, Votto, and Lloyd Banks. What a group. That would be a dope mixtape right there. What do you guys think? Keep it a triple threat. Keep it a triple threat, right? Don't add a fourth member. Keep it a triple threat so they can all spit 16s or 12s on each record, and they're each on every track rather than 4 people. Yep, Jay Brown says Dave East is the third guy. What do you guys all think about that, man? Started with a 16. Yeah, I know, Lake. And honestly, I think that's one of the reasons. And honestly, I think that's one of the reasons that Whack 100 fell back, just to be 100. Like I think Whack 100 was like he was searching around. Oh, Lil Durk doesn't actually have this dude signed. That means I really don't want nothing to do with it. Like what? 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 That's kind of whack, man. That is kind of whack. You know, no pun intended. That shit is whack. Who's next up out of Philly? Who's next up out of Philly? Put it in the chat. Who's next up out of Philly? It looks like Pop Hunna. It looks like Pop Hunna just redeemed himself. Am I wrong? I don't got Big Twiz here to let me know. What, Lonzo? What? You don't know? What do you mean, Lonzo? You don't know about Votto like that? How you don't know about Votto like that? He had a lot of shit in the game, between the boss of all bosses with him and Cameron, you know what I mean, to moving on his own solo tip, you know what I'm saying, to then going with DJ Khaled and actually getting some radio play with that My Boo record, and then he had worked with French Montana and Rick Ross and Scott Storch on that Look Me in the Eyes, I Ain't Never Scared, and then he actually came back with his own brand after he left DJ Khaled. He's done a few things. Yeah, Hardo is dope. Hardo is dope. I've actually spoke with Hardo a few times. Ab put me on the Hardo, actually. Yep, Ab put me on the Hardo. Look me in my eyes, I ain't never scared. Yeah, check him out, brother. And check back and let us know what you had to say. Also, Vado just did a battle on beats. Vado did a battle on beats with Saigon. So that's something you could check out as well. What West Coast artists am I listening to? Damn, the West Coast is lit. The West Coast is lit, man. You gotta always my brother Compton Menace. Menace always popping up in movies and shit like that. And then he was doing his Menace monthlies for a while. Always Compton Menace. That's my bro right there. Yup, there's another one right there. Kennard said it. Filthy Rich. Filthy Rich is a good dude. Also, my brother, AG Cubano. I don't know if he's really doing the rap thing as hard right now, but he had made some plays out here in Hot 97 and shit with a couple records. But he also he'd been doing some work with Burner. Burner's from out there. Burner's another one. A whole bunch of people from the West Coast, man. I love the West Coast. I don't want to just give the cliche answers of Exhibit, the game, you know what I mean? But I do mess with the West Coast on some real shit. Obviously, Dre, Snoop, you know what I mean? The Dog Pound, all those guys, Corrupt, one of my favorites and shit. The West Coast is where you go to blow up. I'm about to just move out there and start doing this shit and see what happens. Yeah, Mozzie's dope too. Yeah, I learned about Mozzie through Sue Surf. Yeah, they actually did a joint project together. Mozzie is definitely sweet. There's a lot of people from out there, man. There's a lot of people from out there. I mean, E40, obviously E40 from the Bay. You know what I mean? Yeah, Demetrius Ice Cube. You know what I'm saying? Razcast. You know what I'm saying? Like, mad people. Juice from Black Wall Street. Salute my guy Juice. West Coast got the juice low key. Yeah, the West Coast is dope. What about Man? Man from back in the day. Not too far back in the day. Uh Podcast was dope tonight though, you guys. The podcast was dope tonight, man. I'm gonna bring it to the last questions before we get up out of here tonight. Anybody has any last questions? Jay said, "You obviously know your shit, homie." Yeah, man. Hip hop, hip hop is my life, y'all. That's why, or else I wouldn't be on here doing this shit. If something else was my life, I'd be on here doing it. You know what I mean? But hip hop is my life. Everybody, everybody. Last questions. Last chance for your super chats. Please tell me I said Snoop Dogg when he said the West Coast. Crooked Eye, Eastwood. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Last chance for your last chance to send in questions, you guys. Your last chance. When am I coming back? I more than likely it'll be either Friday, probably Friday we'll be back on for sure. We'll for sure be back on Friday night with a live video. Possibly tomorrow night though. Depending what breaking news happens. I always got to be ready to come on here if there's breaking news. No matter what I'm doing, I kind of got to put a pause on it. If there's some breaking news that comes up in hip hop and we got to come on here and discuss it. You know what I'm saying? It's very important with me to stay on top of everything going on in the game. It's crazy. We're talking about NLE Choppa, we're talking about NBA YoungBoy and Lil Durk, and Akademiks completely on top of it. You know what I mean? He didn't leave everyday struggle without a plan. He had an obvious plan to, make a name for himself and actually get a little bit uncensored, or as I like to say, uncut with the artist. And I think it's respectable. I think it's respectable. Nah, I haven't heard of Cookie Money. I don't really listen. He said, Kennard says, do you listen to Sauce Walker? I don't really listen to Sauce Walker, but my guy Clark has actually worked with him before, I believe. He either worked with Sauce Walker or his artists. Hell yeah. Cool. I'll be here. Are you gonna start putting up premieres so we can get notifications ahead of time like today? I always do. I always do. If anybody isn't getting notifications when I go live, make sure to hit that bell. I'm gonna be start releasing interview segments as well in the next few days, shorter clips, just for the people who don't really want to watch a full hour-long interview. I'm gonna condense the videos down to a smaller size. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make it a short clip so everybody can hey Rashawn, I got a bunch of people with wrenches, my dude. No disrespect, my brother. If you pop in on Friday or tomorrow night on the stream and you pop in, I will consider giving you a wrench. You know, in order to have a wrench on the channel, you kind of got to be here on a consistent basis. You know, you got to show me that you want to be here on a consistent basis. Oh, word, Jennifer. Yeah, I've been putting up the things. Some people have told me that, though. That's a really common thing on YouTube. Steven says, I love long and short interviews. Yeah, I want to see what the people's reaction is to the short form interviews, you know, so I'm going to give it a try, but that doesn't mean I'm going to stop going live or stop releasing long format interviews as well. I'm going to cater to all audiences. That's the point of this, but I'm about to get out of here for the night, you guys. I want everybody on here to follow me on Instagram. If you guys aren't following me, head over to Instagram and follow me right now. I'm going to post it up. And whoever follows me, I'm going to give you the immediate follow back. Also, it would mean a lot to me if everybody in the chat went and checked out the trailer for the new movie that I'm involved with. I'm involved with a new movie. It's a horror film called Slapface, you guys. This movie is going to be premiering on February 3rd on Shudder. If you're not familiar with Shudder, I suggest you get it. They'll give you a free trial for 7 days, and you guys can check out Slapface for free. So that would be awesome if everybody did that. I'm going to put the Slapface movie trailer right here. Looks like I got another question from Mr. Lonzo. This is the trailer right here. I'm going to pin it in the chat. If anybody wants to check out the new trailer for the movie that I have a brief cameo in, I got a brief cameo in this movie, Slapface, horror film directed by my brother. Mr. Lonzo said, blessings, Mikey T, and all the subscribers. That's right. Everybody go check out that trailer right now. I want everybody to go check the trailer. I'm going to chill for a second so everybody can hit that link. Everybody in here, leave this video and go hit that link. Go watch the trailer to the new movie that I'm in. A lot of people be like, yo, Mikey T, you say you're a movie star. Well, what movies have you been in? Well, the link's right there. It's called Slapface. I got a nice little cameo in it. Shout out to Richmond, VA. Major salute to you, brother. Appreciate you for tapping in. About to pack something up right here, and we're going to call it a night, you guys. But I just want to give everybody a chance to click the link that's pinned up before we get up out of here. So everybody can watch the trailer. What up, Rod? Everything's good. I'm just getting done with the video tonight. So I want everybody to hit the link in my bio and check out the trailer. Yeah, I feel you. I feel you, Mr. Lonzo. Votto didn't really make it as far as he should have, but that's something we can discuss on another day. You know, Votto was all over the radio like crazy at one point. I'm just twisting up. Everybody go check out the Slapface movie trailer. Let me let me show you guys what it actually looks like. I'm about to bring up the cover. I'm going to bring up the cover for Slapface actually so everybody can see it. Just give me 1 second. I'm going to bring up the cover so everybody can see the Slapface cover and you can get a better idea of what this movie is looking like. You know, just in case you're not really understanding what I'm telling you. You know what I'm saying? Because Slapface is going to be very dope. Here we go. Got the cover right here. Just take it right there. 272. Share. Slides. Let me see. Okay. Blood file. Okay, give me 1 second. Bear with me, guys. Let me see. Trying to. Sorry about that, you guys. Trying to bring this up, but I guess I cannot do it. Oh, word, Jay Brown, you like the trailer? Sorry about this, guys. I'm just trying to figure something out, but I guess it's not really working out for me. Rod says trailer is fire. I appreciate that, man. Really do. Just trying to see how I can show y'all what the cover looks like. Sorry about that, guys, man. I do apologize for keeping y'all waiting. Hold on. Virtual background. Layouts. Okay. All right, we're almost getting there. No, we're not getting there. Okay, we are not. Damn it, I'm sorry for keeping y'all on. Hold on. Camera, general, audio, virtual. Got it. Let's try. Okay, no. I have no. Plus. Okay, here we go. Boom. Yes, we're about to get this. This is the slap face trailer or the slap face cover. Can y'all see it? Yes. We are making advancements, you guys. What do y'all think? Did I just drop any of my weed while I was doing that? 99 Ghost said this trailer is a tease. I'm ready for the whole movie. What do y'all think, man? Hold on. Oh. All right. Yeah, so that's pretty much it right there. That's the cover right here. I think it's a pretty awesome cover, you guys. So go check out the trailer. I'm just kicking it. I want everybody to go check out the trailer right now. What do y'all think of the cover? Ghost says the cover is lit. Rod, what do you think of the cover before you leave, bro? Iceberg, what do you think about the cover, bro? Oh shit, 3D Takeover TV says, "What's up, Mike T? I'm here with you. I just seen it. Dope film in the making, sir. Appreciate you, man. It's dropping February 3rd on Shudder. For everybody that wants to know, the movie drops February 3rd on Shudder. It's going to be amazing, too." My man says that's cover is nice. I definitely F with it. So this guy right here, can y'all see this mouse? Can y'all see the mouse right here that I'm using? Let me see. No, y'all can't see it. All right, no, you can't see the mouse. Okay, anyway, so the kid right here, who you can see that the monster is holding, that kid was actually in the TV show called Girl Meets World, which is a remake or like a new style of Boy Meets World. But he was also in The Nun, which is a part of the Conjuring universe. So very interesting to know that August Maturo has actually been in horror movies before. He was actually in the highest grossing movie of that year. It was a horror movie called The Nun. But yeah, y'all need to go check the shit out. Should I just go back to the death row background though? Guys, should I just go back to the death row background? Yo, I appreciate everybody rocking with me. I'm about to end this stream, so I want everybody to click the link right now that I have pinned up and go check the keep the slap. I want everybody to hit the link that I have pinned up and check out the trailer now. I'll see y'all in the next episode. Love everybody.